Welcome to She Trusts Herself, the podcast for women who are learning to trust themselves, honor their inner voice, and choose themselves without guilt. I'm your host, Tashleen, author, guest speaker, and certified human design reader. Together, we'll explore overcoming self-doubt, building deep self-trust, personal growth, and stepping into the next version of yourself with confidence. In today's episode, I want to talk about downloads, and I'm not talking about downloads from your computer. I'm talking about downloads from the higher power. For me, I will refer to higher power as the universe throughout this episode. That's just my personal viewpoint, and everyone is entitled to theirs as well. So if you call it something different, then by all means reference it however you like. So with downloads from the universe, you may be thinking some people seem to get so many, whereas I don't get any. Or maybe you are the person that gets a lot and you're wondering why others don't get as many. And with a download, it's an idea that seemingly just pops into your head out of nowhere. And it's usually in moments of stillness. So it may be while you're having a shower, maybe while you're on the toilet, maybe while you're driving without music on, just going for a walk, or something where your brain's actually able to sit with all of the information that it's been receiving from all of these different sources, and it can just start to actually process things. And it's not being fed new information. It's just having that moment to kind of pause and sift through what it's been receiving. And with a download, with it just being an idea that just pops into your head, it's something that's really cool. And it's one of those things, if you don't use it, you tend to lose it. And that could be the idea slips out of your mind if you don't write it down straight away. Or it could be you're sitting on an idea and someone else goes ahead and does what you were thinking of. So when it comes to a download, I would recommend acting on it as soon as you can. And that's not necessarily beginning it, it's writing it down. Or if you do have capacity to start it straight away, then do so. And it just kind of says to the universe or the higher power, okay, I have heard your idea that you have given to me. Thank you so much. I'm going to take it, I'm going to claim it, and I will use it. And if not immediately, I will put it in my ideas bank and I will use it when I'm ready. And essentially, it's similar to taking a ticket and waiting in line, because you've gone, yep, this is mine, I'm claiming it, and I will use it. I will redeem it when I'm ready. And you may have downloads that you don't act on. And so with those, they tend to go back into the overarching ideas bank and it will get reassigned to someone else. And if you are wanting to kind of generate some more downloads, or you're looking at other people and going, man, they have so many ideas, I don't know how they do it, it's because they're claiming and they're redeeming. So they are grateful for the ideas that they are being given and they are acting on it. They're not just sitting on it. And it also means that they may be in alignment or flow. And that's when things start to tick over a lot faster as well, because you're in that motion. And so it's just like idea, click, 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 click. Whereas if you're kind of teetering on the edge of something, or not necessarily enjoying life, or at a lower vibration, then you may not be receiving as many downloads. And the same goes for if you do receive one and you don't do anything with it, then the universe or the higher power will go, okay, well, I've given you an idea. You said that you wanted one, but you're not actually using it. You're not putting it into motion. You're not doing anything with it. So why on earth would I keep giving them to you when I've got other people that are using them? So that's just some things to consider. And with downloads as well, you don't necessarily have to use all of them. It could be you get an idea and maybe you're having a conversation with someone else and you go, okay, I've had this really incredible idea. It's not for me, but I want to give it to you. And that's still putting it in action because you're sharing it with someone else who will be able to use it as well. So you can kind of pay for those downloads as well. And I have done that on numerous occasions. And it's been so wonderful for me to be the giver, but also to see the receiver as well. It's like their face just lights up and they go, I haven't even thought of that. And seeing them implement it is so incredible because they have executed it in a way that I never would have thought of. And it's just really cool to see that. And I still receive downloads as well. So you can give, you can receive. It's really up to you how you want to do it. And I'd encourage you to experiment with it the next time that you get a download as well. So my top 3 tips for downloads and kind of generating downloads at a faster rate is to pay attention to when you receive it. The next step would be, do I have capacity to act on it straight away, or can I write it down and use it later? And it will vary for you, because there will be times where you can act on it straight away. And there will be other times where maybe you're in the middle of implementing another download and you just don't have the space for it, but you know that it's something that you want to do next. So bank it. You can definitely do that and just go, I will redeem this at a later date. And I know that I will. I'm still going to act on it. It's just delayed. And the third one would be paying it forward when it comes to mind, and you know that it is a great idea and you know that there's someone out there that can use it and benefit from it. If you're kind of new to receiving downloads as well, then they kind of pop in as, I would say, non-intrusive thoughts. For me, I find that it pops in moments of stillness and calmness, when my brain just kind of gets to exhale for a minute. And it's almost like a whisper. It's nothing loud. It's not like my inner voice shouting at me, being like, oh my gosh, I've just got this idea. It's just an idea that pops into my head. And I'll give you a really good example. When I became an author, I had written down at a workshop, become an author. And then a few months later, I received a crystal clear download of my book title and book concept for my first book, From Human Doing to Human Being. And I could have ignored that download, but it felt so strong and so crystal clear for me that I went, I need to accept this and I need to redeem it. So I actually sat down, because I had capacity to act on it then, to write down the book title and start fleshing out some of the chapters that also came as part of my download package. And that's where the beginnings of my book came from. It was from a download. And even with my second book, it was a download as well, but it was in a different capacity. And the download package, so to speak, was different. So with that, I didn't get the book title until I was a month out from starting to publish it, and it was already with an editor, and I still didn't have the book title, but I had the book concept and I had some of the life lessons that I wanted to include in that book. So it's not about waiting for a picture perfect download. And sometimes you will get just one document, so to speak, as part of your download package. And there'll be other times where you get the full package and you've got the full concept. And other times it will just be kind of an inkling and like a seedling of an idea. And then it's for you to build up as well. So they can come in different shapes and sizes. And maybe you've had a download that's come to you in a different way. And if that's the case, I would absolutely love for you to leave a comment or send me a direct message on Instagram once you've finished listening to this episode, because I'd love to know how you receive your downloads as well, because it's different for everyone. And I think the more that we can spread awareness about how we can receive them and how to act on them, then the better we'll be. And downloads are so amazing because it can literally happen at any time. And I think giving yourself space to just kind of exhale and just sit in stillness without consuming or creating is where they start to come in. That's where the magic lies, is in that stillness, because your brain can process things and start generating ideas, and it's absolutely incredible. And when you start to receive downloads more frequently, that's when you know that you're acting on them and you're doing the right thing to kind of keep that momentum going. And that's a wrap on another episode. If this one resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future conversations, and share it with someone else who's learning to trust herself again. You can connect with me on Instagram, Tash, where I share more about self-trust, personal growth, and human design. If you'd like to go deeper, you can explore my books and offerings, all designed to support you as you build self-trust and step into the next version of yourself with confidence. Until next time, please remember that you are not too much or too little. You're just you. Keep choosing yourself.